There's a crazy story that I actually heard from a couple guys. Not sure if we're allowed to talk about it, but you were drafted in '82, and there was a potential that you could have been a Showtime Laker.
Oh yeah, that was close. It was actually what was told to me that they was trying to get both Worthy and myself, and it worked out for both franchises. You know, because Worthy is a wonderful player, I have a lot of respect for, and we both came out of North Carolina at the same time. But yeah. They almost had us both. Can you imagine that?
Insane.
Can you imagine that?
So what ended up happening that it didn't go through? Because we know that also with your draft pick, there was a huge
Worthy again, like I said, is a super player, so he could play both forwards, the power forward or the small forward. You know, I didn't want nothing to do with power forward. I'm a small forward, but it just came down to what your team needed, and Worthy worked out great for the Lakers and went on to win multiple championships. You know, he was a major piece of that, and just wish you could have been a part of that, you know, early on. I mean, so much success early. That was, you know, that was the Lakers. The Lakers, you had the Lakers, and it's always had that Boston rivalry. So you saw that a lot in the early 80s.
Yeah, I mean, even in terms of that rivalry, we also heard because of the position, and we'll get into a little bit of your backstory, but when you were drafted, there was a massive trade that went down, right? Big money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, it was big money then because I didn't want to play in Utah at that time. And I got drafted by the Jazz. I'm like, I'm not going to Utah. Then they said, you know, you're going to play small forward and power forward, and Adrian Dantley going to play power forward. I mean, small forward. I said, well, y'all might as trade me today because I am not playing power forward, you know. And it came pretty quickly that this trade was going to happen. So they traded Freeman Williams, John Drew, and $1 million. At that time was a ton of money because the Utah franchise was struggling. And so that helped really pay some of the salaries.
I mean, to see like a player have that much, you know, I don't want to say positioning, but you were able to basically negotiate whatever you wanted for yourself because they knew your value and they knew what you could do. We don't even see that at all anymore.
Well, I just knew that the power forward position wasn't going to be something that was going to be sustainable for me during that time because the guys you had to play against, you know, you had, you know, the Maurice Lucas, who was the enforcer back then, the Larry Smith, the Otis Thorpe. So, man, I'm not trying to guard them guys, man. And because, again, them guys was 240, 250, 260 pounds. You know, again, I'm coming in at 210, 215. Nah, they can have that. I'm not doing it.